My name is Nderu. I am the chairman, Department of Computing at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, and also a founder of JHUB, JKN, that is Jomo Kenyatta Innovation and Acceleration Network. It's a climate smart agriculture and also digital trade hub, which is set up in Kenya at the University of Jomo Kenyatta. One of the things that I would want to make clear is that if you look at agriculture and the way the climate change issues are, there is a risk for small businesses or small farmers out there. If you're talking about small businesses or even farmers out there is a risk of them being left out in a big way and ending up having to lose everything in terms of what they have invested. The reason is because the market that they target, usually you will find, is without digitization, would entail just looking at their local settings, right? The people around there. But actually the world is opening up and we need to think about the whole sphere of marketing that they have in their own space. So the JKN hub, number one, the number one objective is to make sure that we help these SMEs digitize. And this means that we are talking about digitization from even improving their processes, opening the markets that they look at. Data is very important for these businesses, and that's also something else. Technologies that are in data analytics, technologies that exist in AI, those are things that are very crucial for these small businesses. And just to extend to that is that because we are set up within the university, that's a big addition, because within the university, we do have researchers working on various sections. There has been a lot of complaint about work happening in the university and staying there as research publications that do not get to the people they should impact. And that's one of the things that we are trying to address, in the sense that innovations or ideas that try to address some of the problems that are out there, they can be brought to the people who need them most. And that's one of our strengths. Our DIH, as I've said, has the focus on agriculture and also digital trade. And that's how we see ourselves contributing. Number one is, like I've said, is widening the market. That's big for us, because we see that SMEs, you have a small businesses or a farmer somewhere in a rural area, and that person is doing organic farming. But because, and you know, organic farming has a lot of challenges, because the other people out there, they are doing commercial farming. So we would want them to reduce the middlemen who exploit them, so that they can be able to access the market very fast. And that addresses issues around supply chain. So those are things that we are looking at. How do we, for example, create solutions that can help this farmer be able to access a buyer directly? That's one. Secondly, even the tools that the farmer is using in terms of production. We have knowledge about soil management, for example, that exists within our universities, in terms of how do you carry out agriculture that is sustainable. That kind of knowledge may not be getting to the people that we need to have it. So this digital innovation hub will provide training opportunities. It's one way of maintaining the sustainability. So we will create a way in which we can be able to maintain this connection between the university outputs and the farmers. First of all, I would want to say that the AEDIB Net project has really helped us. One of the things that it has done is the fact that it has brought the correct partners on the table. And one of the partners is, for example, funding, because we all know that for this ecosystem to grow, we'll need three things. We'll need to have the ecosystem being right, we'll need policy and regulation, and we'll also need funding. And all those people are within the table. So you have, for example, IBAN coming in and giving you ideas on how to nurture innovations. You have VC for coming in and try. So what AEDIB has done is that it has brought partners that are interesting to us. They'll help us grow the ecosystem, the experiences that they have, working some of them in African market and having some products that are successful within the African market. And also the connection with the European Digital Innovation Hub. I'm coming from a meeting where we had a discussion with somebody in embedded system, a digital innovation hub that is working on embedded system. It's a solution that we see working with sensors. And that is what this kind of meeting does bring on our table. So it brings opportunity, it brings collaboration, and we will no longer work in silos because you are forced to open up. You are forced to open up and talk to people, and that is really interesting for us.